How you doing, guys? Flippin' Steve here. Just woke up this morning, covered in daisy hair. Saw that I had made a deal on VeraSwap last night, so I have to get this packaged up, run it down to the post office. The Ernie Banks, notable nickname signature, Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, out of 200. I've had this for a while, probably like 2 years. Still had the sticker on the bag. It is a 1990 insert of Michael Jordan. I'm not real familiar with the Michael Jordan insert market. I just know that the stuff is highly liquid, and I've been sitting on this card for a couple years. Wasn't able to sell it in Atlanta, wasn't able to trade it. So I got a $400 value for this. I had it stickered at $300. I got a $400 Michael Jordan insert. I'll show a picture up here because it'll be a while before it arrives from VeraSwap. 1998 Upper Deck Hard Court Red of Michael Jordan in a PSA 9. It's numbered out of 2,300 on the serial number, but the 9's only about 37 in the population and very few 10s, maybe 10, 11, in the teens at best on the 10s on that. So any 1990 Michael Jordan insert is going to be very liquid, and I believe it'll be a card that'll be easier for me to move. Even though for me personally, I think the Ernie Banks card was much cooler and something that I would prefer to have if it was something that I collected. A lot of times it's what you have to do. Even though you personally might think you have the better item, you have to get out of it if it's been sitting stagnant and get into something that's going to have high liquidity. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, the GOATs and things like that people more so collect than they do flip. The Banks card just wasn't moving for me. I could have threw it at auction, maybe got a couple $100 for it, but I believe by getting the Michael Jordan, I'll get more value out of it, whether it's in trade or even throwing the Jordan up for an auction. For the Banks card, the right person would just have to come along and see that at the right time as opposed to the Jordan card. Now, I want to talk about the VeraSwap app. I will say the best part about it is actually just looking to see what's trending and what people want. Not necessarily the actual trading process or the buying process or the selling process, which you can do all that on there. The fees can be a little bit hefty as they charge return shipping because they middleman the cards. So if they have to send something back to you, you get a fee for that. You get a fee on top of your sale, on top of your purchase. They take a percentage value of your trade. Again, I'm somebody that's not sponsored or promoted by them, so I'm going to speak freely, and I'm just going to say there's probably better platforms to use for that. Check out the app, though. I would say check it out and at least say, hey, it has its uses for whatever. For me, it's to see what's trending. What do people want? What is moving a lot and what is highly liquid? I'm going to guess that a majority of the platform is going to be the younger crowd, a lot of flippers. There may be some collectors on there. There's a lot of Pokemon on there and different things. Again, see for yourself. Don't take my word for it. You may actually get more use out of it than I do, but at least you'll be able to see where the trader profiles show what people are interested in and what people are chasing down, which is going to bring me to another segment. But first, we have to feed the biscuit. Are you hungry? You want some of this? Yes? Okay. The super fun fact is that I used to feed Crazy Daisy this stuff right here. This Rachel Ray stuff. That stuff's like 15 bucks a box and loaded with like preservatives and stuff. So I started making her homemade dog food. This is enough to get like through the week, and it's only like $6 or $7 for the ingredients. So I save money, it's more healthy, and she loves it. Look, enough said. Grubbing down. So one of the things I've noticed by using VeraSwap to kind of look at some trends is that everybody kind of wants the same thing. The same quarterbacks, the same types of cards. Burrow, Herbert, Allen, downtowns, kabooms, gold prisms, all that stuff. And all those things, you feel like you're walking into a trade night at the National or a trade night at a big show where a certain demographic of people that make up a majority of those trade nights all want the same thing. So if you want to use that to advantage to have inventory that people are going to want, that's fine. But you also got to realize that if everybody is demanding it, it's going to be a lot more pricey. And sometimes you can get the feeling that some of these people are just trading the same cards back and forth. Maybe not the exact same people, but one person getting it, moving it to the next person, move to the next person, and it's a lot of trading going on for these types of items, and you know how much cash is actually being put out for these. So one thing in specific that I do want to talk about is especially the downtown inserts. Now, they say that they're a case hit, and I'm going to say that, yeah, they're a case hit. But you got to think that in today's age and in the print runs, the amount of cards that Panini are putting out and the amount of products that now you can get cards like downtowns in, it really begs the question, are these actually rare? They're neat cards, and it's a cool concept and a cool design. And back when they first came out, there wasn't as many of them readily available. I believe the print runs were probably less back in like 18 or 19, whenever the downtown started coming out. Maybe they go back even further. But after myself looking into some of the quarterbacks from this year's draft class, be it Anthony Richardson or CJ Stroud, everybody's favorites, Bryce Young, things like that. Checking out their downtowns, it's crazy. You go on eBay and you just see massive amounts of them listed in comparison to some of the other quarterbacks that I'm looking for, like Kyler Murray. I look for a Kyler Murray downtown from his rookie year, and there's just not that many. If I look at Bryce Young, if I look at CJ Stroud, again, they're all over the place. In fact, let's head over to my eBay and check a couple things out. Check out the watch list really quickly. You guys may have to squint to see this. The way that it films on my phone is small. Pay no attention to the Trey Lance cards. That's just curiosity. But again, there's a downtown Kyler Murray and a downtown Justin Fields, two guys that I'm after going off tonight. So I'm actually looking at those. But I will show you what I'm talking about. Let's go Anthony Richardson. Downtown. This year, downtown, Anthony Richardson, here are your listings, not even your sales. Raw copy, SGC 10. Raw copy. I'm just going to scroll slow so you can just see how many of these are actually up for sale. A PSA 10 at $775 in value. Could you buy this raw, get it graded, and have one of the first graded copies on the market? Yes, but you're going to have to hope that it grades a 10, because in 9s, this one's sitting here without a bid. This one at $1,200, buy it now. Nobody's buying that. $1,150 OBO, nobody's buying that. Again, look, just constant listings. Some of these may have recycled through. But as you can see, this is just one platform. This is not Instagram. This is not a card show. My Slabs, it's not VeraSwap. It's not ComC. This is just eBay. You know, so you just imagine what you see on eBay, how many more out there in the wild could be found. Let's dive back in here and look at Bryce Young. Not super in demand right now because he did struggle. But there you go, starting 400 OBO, 500 OBO, 320 with 6 hours left. That's one. I'll watch that out of curiosity just to try to gauge the market. 310 with a day left, 400 OBO. So you can see that this one here that's bid at 320, there's a 400 or best offer sitting right here. So this one shouldn't really go over $400 if people have any sense, or if it's not shilled. Let's go in here and take a look at the bids. Again, be smart. 16 bidders, 40 bids. Does that make sense? Let's see. And you have an 11, a 47, a 47. You have a 310, 560, 716. These look like these last three bidders should be legit. $320 also doesn't seem very excessive for this card. I'm not saying that go out and buy it for that much, but what I'm saying is there's another one at $315. What I'm saying is it's probably about the market on it, but there's no way a raw copy should go over $400 with this one sitting here. So just be aware and don't get impulsive in an auction and see an auction. There's actually one sitting here and I'll buy it now for $360. So again, as you can see my point, these cards are out there, they're plentiful, and the price ranges are all over the place. Don't overpay for one of these. And these cards are fairly new. Again, there's lots of room for them to go down. Let's dive back in and look at a downtown of someone that I'm watching. It's Kyler Murray, which would have been printed in 2019. As you can see, there's going to be some Kyler Murrays on there, but if you're looking for the rookie, it's going to be 2019, 2021 out there, 2021, 2021. There's a gold. Here's two different 2021s. And again, just be careful because you can see this one is the Donruss Optic and it has the laser etching in the background. And this one here is the Donruss paper. It's the same card, except it doesn't have the etching in the background. So again, the same card, almost like a parallel, because one comes out of Optic and one doesn't. Again, that's just to emphasize not only are they being printed quite a bit, there's multiple different versions. There are, again, parallels, numbered out of 10. Here's a 2019. This is on my watch list. I'm going to bid on this tonight. And a BGS 10 especially. But again, 2021, 2021. There's another 2019 and a 9. There's a 2019 and a 9. 2021, 2021, 2019. But as you can see, nowhere near as many on the Kyler Murray rookies, especially up for auction and low price, as you would see on the Anthony Richardsons, Bryce Youngs, or any of the other modern quarterbacks. They're all modern, but I mean from this draft class. And I do want to emphasize that these are cool cards. These aren't bad cards. just be careful with the prices. Again, like I said, a lot of people like these, and I'm just trying to bring awareness to today's print runs are really, really, really getting up there. And to not be fooled by the term case hit, because when you're mass producing more and more cases every year, there's going to be more of those cards put out. So it tells me that there's really a lot of mass production on these downtown cards, and a lot of people are probably gauging it from the past and not realizing, and they're seeing, what's being traded at card shows on these vlogs and things. And to not be harsh, I believe a lot of the demographic of people who are collecting these are followers, and they see that their favorite vloggers and YouTubers are buying and selling them, and that's what they want to get into, not necessarily realizing that unless they can get out of that type of card quickly and they hold on to it, it's just going to go down in value as more of them surface, as more of them get graded. By no means is this attack on the people who like to buy and sell the downtowns and the kabooms and the case hits and things like that. It's just to help, try to help, to try to educate. Because myself, as someone who was also looking to try to get into some of these cards because I wanted to have stuff that people wanted, as I went over to eBay to search, I would see tons and tons of these listed. To the point to where it was scary to acquire them, because if I'm not able to move off of a card like that, and then say all of a sudden there's just a massive amount of people who want to sell at the same time, it's not like it's rare and that you're holding a card that no one else can compete with you for sales. And then you see the undercutting start. You list yours for 400, the next person's in at 380, then 360, then 350, then 340, and you just keep chopping your legs out from each other to where you end up taking a loss on your card because it's not something that's rare or unique, and it's advertised as such. We are now here on the VeraSwap app. One thing that I want you to keep in mind is that you're going to see values assigned to these cards. These are the values of which the owner is valuing their own cards. So a lot of times you're going to see biased. You're going to see people think that their cards are worth more than maybe what they're comping for. That's their right to do that. It's their item. You don't know what they're in for it or how much they're in for it for. But I would just like to say that it's not the comps. So for instance, if I was to look at this Steph Curry here, this person is valuing it at $700. I could buy, I could offer cash, I could propose a trade. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is comping out at $700. There is the option to go to eBay and 130point.com here to check out comps, however. Hopefully this app doesn't lag today. That is one thing also about the app. It lags like crazy. Actually, my review that I did for this says slow, slower, slowest. A good app when it's loading properly, something along the lines of that. Here is a trade that took place. You can actually go in and vote on the trades if you want. This person got a Giannis Pinnacle Auto rookie. Looks like a rookie, valued at $1,600. And what looks like a LeBron 2003 Fleer XC. And $300 in cash. Person B received a Joe Burrow National Gold Auto out of 25. Again, I guess the picture's not going to load in. As you can see, it's frustrating as hell. It takes forever. But you can go back and vote on this trade. And sometimes it takes you all the way back to the top. The app itself is just very glitchy. I feel like they're working out some kinks. I'd rather have a Giannis and a LeBron and 300 cash than one risky Joe Burrow card. So I voted for that. You can go into the trader profiles to see what people are looking for. So here, you can see what they have. You can see what their preferences are. Charizard, football, basketball, baseball. Not very specific. You do see some Pokemon, things like that. A lot of people want to trade up, trade down, whatever. Again, I'm not trying to promote this app. I'm just actually scanning it today. So, I'm taking you guys along with me and just explaining what I've learned about it as I've started using it. Don't see as many people requesting the downtowns as the quarterbacks as I saw last night. That's a cool looking Trevor Lawrence. There's a Justin Herbert downtown and a PSA 9. Not a rookie for $450. Preferences here. Quarterbacks and wide receivers. NFL, any cards. So again, they're going to go in here and prove me wrong, and you're not going to see the all the downtown listings. You can see there's another Trader, Stroud, Tank Dell, Burrow, Hurts, Herbert, Allen, Lamar. Autos, RPAs, downtown kabooms. This is actually a card that I want off them. Starcade insert that I believe is underrated. Another trader here looking for downtowns, kabooms, and prisms. Burrow, Mahomes. Damn, here's a trader here looking for Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Kyler Murray. Could pull some deals with him with some of my inventory that I've been picking up. No Daniel Jones, though. A monster Merino that just sits here on the app, up for trade. 8,500 valued, 1/1 NFL Shield. Like, for me, that would be the Grail Merino card besides like a BGS 10 black label of his rookie. For me, I know not everybody's into the mem cards and the autos, but that there, I'm not making a play on that. I'm just watching it, you know, just wishful thinking. Again, someone else, Burrow, Mahomes, T-Law, Herbert, Desmond Ritter. And of course, not as many people looking for the downtowns and stuff that I was talking about as there was last night, especially when I go to put out a video. To show you guys how organically I do things here on the channel, I was about to wrap the video. In fact, I got a notification while I was filming saying that a package was dropped off. So I'm headed to the mailbox to pick it up. I'll show you guys that card really quickly. Bonus, as I got some leftover shipping materials that this card was packed in. Kudos to the person who shipped it to me, the seller. And I'll reuse those slats and these bubble bags so I don't have to use mine. Picked up a BGS 9 2021 Select Firestorm, Justin Herbert. Now, the Firestorms are a case hit. I've been talking about the downtowns and the kabooms and things. I've been looking for case hits that are nice looking, that are not super expensive. And not only is this a case hit, this is the gold version, which is numbered out of 10. Number 1 out of 10. So you have the downtowns who also have parallels. We had just saw, as I was scrolling eBay or VeraSwap, a PSA 9 of a 2021 or 2022 downtown of Justin Herbert, asking price of $450. I picked this up for $100. Awesome looking case hit insert, even if it wasn't the gold parallel, out of 10. So you guys tell me what makes sense. Something like this for $100 that could actually go up in value if it gained popularity, or something that's already super popular and buying it at a super high price, and there's really only one way for it to go, and that's down. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. I hope this one helped you out a little bit, pointed some things out. Not too eventful, a little bit more of a boring day, but I'll see you in the next one. And thanks for hanging out.